Good morning. Still morning. It's definitely still morning. We are here, Mount Coquihalla right there. Jess right there. The other mountain on the other side. Right up there. Pretty neat mountains. If you weren't here for yesterday, this is part 2 from yesterday's video. Same load, obviously. Just continue right where we left off. Hammer down. That's right, we're gonna put you up on the mirror here. Hi, Cookie Monster. Hi, Jess.
Hi.
Are we running out of water? We're running out of water.
We've been drinking a lot of water.
All right, let's hammer down. Get the rest of Coquihalla in here.
So speaking of water.
Speaking of water?
I think if we weren't going home today, we probably would have to stop and buy some water.
Buy water somewhere, yeah. So note to self, it's so hot outside, we definitely need that additional jug.
We were like fish yesterday. We were drinking lots of water.
It's just so hot, right?
We were just sitting there in a hot truck too, right? And untarping in that heat. And
bite-sized Mr. Biggs.
I get whatever's cheapest. Ridiculous the price of candy nowadays.
Yeah. All right, good. What's all your hand motions? Her hands are moving like a wild lady.
The little drat has something to say, but my mouth is full of food that I can't say.
This is actually the Coquihalla summit right here. That big sign that's got nothing hanging off of it, that's where the altitude sign, or elevation sign should be.
I was going to say, I prefer these over Snickers.
Mr. Big?
Yeah. Snickers are way too sweet. Not to mention, I really shouldn't really have peanuts to begin with, but we just ignore that fact.
It's definitely less hazy up here, less smoke up here than down on the bottom. I honestly prefer the full-size Mr. Biggs over these snack sizes. These seem more caramelly than the big one. The big one has more wafer. I like the wafer.
I agree. But also I love caramel, so. But these were cheaper.
Not cheap, just cheaper.
Yeah. And we don't have like an endless supply of chocolate in the truck. We, or at least I limit ours to how much, and then we have to make it last the whole week.
I have a rule. You bring so much chocolate within the truck and you buy none the week. If I eat it all on Monday, that means the rest of the week I have none. Same with bag of chips. If I eat it all on Monday, the rest of the week I don't have any. It's actually quite a bit cooler up here. I mean, it's still hot. I mean, not hot, but it's still warm. Got the AC still going. For those of you that have never taken the Coquihalla or are young enough that you don't remember the tolls on the Coquihalla, these two rest areas that are across from each other, this is where the tolls used to be. There were no rest areas here until they removed the tolls and then go, with all this concrete here, what do we do with it? So they put in rest areas. They actually removed all the concrete in the center median because the tolls were bumper to bumper right next to each other in the lanes.
I think when I first moved up here, they were barely still active. We're there and we drove through them. I can't quite remember. I would have
It's been a while.
I'd have to refresh my memory about that one.
There's the Coquihalla Lakes.
I remember the old bridge in Kelowna.
Ah, the old bridge, yeah.
And then the highway not being upgraded between Kelowna and Bennington.
The section where the landslide keeps happening.
Yeah. You sometimes talk about like
Princeton realignment.
oh, not that. I was gonna say, is it Langley with IMAX is? The theater? In Langley.
Langley?
The IMAX theater, the Alien.
IMAX, oh yes, the IMAX theater there, yes. That used to be in a forest and that was the only thing there, yeah.
Like, you remember that.
Not even forest, it was almost clear cut. There were no big trees. But now there's big trees. You can't even see the theater from the highway. It used to be this huge spaceship looking thing from the highway. The most obvious thing you couldn't miss.
Now it's all buildings. And
Now it's all buildings, it just blends right in. Big bug. So, forest fire came through here 2 years ago? Was it last year? I can't remember. They all the years just kind of meld together these days.
I want to say 2 or 3, but I don't know.
I suspect we'll have another one up here this year. I just don't see it not happening. It'd be awesome if it doesn't, but I don't see it not happening.
You can always take the approach of within the last 15 years.
Obviously in the last 15 years, yes, because there's still nothing growing there.
Well, for me, if I remember, I've only been here for so many years, right? Like 16 years or whatever.
So if you can remember it, it's within the last 16 years.
Yeah, but 15 just sounds better.
So for those of you seeing this section of Coquihalla for the first time, you kind of see a reason why I record the first section and rarely record this section. There's some cool scenery and stuff, but it's a little more boring. It just gets flat. Now you're just on top of the mountain range, right? You would think the top of a mountain range would be scenic and huge viewpoints and stuff, but no, the top of a mountain range still has valleys. Going over a couple of those bridges that got washed out 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years ago. All been repaired, and then we'll go up Larson Hill. Then that makes it into the TV show Highway Through Hell every now and then. Larson Hill, got spinouts over there.
Larson Hill actually has quite a bit of accidents.
We got to go all the way down to the bottom to Cold Water River, which we're following right now. Ever since the summit, I guess, we've started following Cold Water River. And I can say right now, unless something goes wrong, we're delivering this load today.
Please do not jinx us.
Did I just jinx us? No, that doesn't happen.
Good.
I mean, you jinxed us with that load yesterday.
How?
You told Dave, don't worry, those are just beams.
Oh,
it'll be really quick to unload.
Yeah.
And Dave just goes, the second he hung up the phone, he just goes, did we just say that out loud? He just goes, no. He goes, I think we just jinxed the load, and sure enough, it was an all-dayer.
But honestly, that should never take that long.
Nope, but you can tell that we as truck drivers are their low priority. They'd rather pay, I don't know what Trapline charges them. It's got to be like $100 an hour to sit there, and they just don't care. The thing is, it's not costing them a penny, because guess who we get to charge that rate to? That's the chipper, the manufacturer of those panels. That's who we charge the money to. And the manufacturer has done a flat rate contract negotiation with the customer. I bet you they're going to rewrite contracts a little more carefully for customers like this, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, because of the way we wrote the contract, they don't care how long it takes to unload.
Hi, Popo.
Huh?
Oh, the Popo.
Yeah.
Two Popos.
Two popos.
The one angled in so you couldn't see his cab car.
Yeah. They hid the popo behind each other. Huh?
I think for unloading, like most places, if they can't get to you, they clear a spot and unload you, like which they did yesterday.
Yeah.
They should just be doing it all along this.
Just unload it all. Sling everything up, unload it, and then get rid of me, and then place everything.
Yeah.
But
I'm like, all it requires is this amount of space, one truck, unload it. There you go, right?
End of the day, it might be frustrating. I still get paid by the hour to do nothing. So I can't really complain.
It's just hot and a little bit boring because you can't go do anything.
Yeah. And honestly, you feel more tired after a day of doing nothing than a full day of work.
Yeah.
It's like, give me a full 14-hour work shift over sitting there doing nothing all day.
Well, I think because it stimulates you, right? Your brain's thinking, noise.
And your body's moving, active. You're jumping out, doing load secures. You're moving and doing stuff, right? When you're stuck there unloading, you're on call the whole time, so you can't leave the truck. You have to be within a reasonable distance so that if you need to move the truck, you have to move the truck. And sure enough, I did have to move the truck in the middle of unload. But so you're just stuck there. Jess, as a passenger, she can go walk down the street to EA and get some Timmy's, but I mean, you didn't, but you could if you wanted to.
I did that once.
And that's not healthy either, getting a bunch of donuts and hot chocolate.
No, I just want an air-conditioned or shaded place, really. I was thinking about taking the SkyTrain, but once again, you can't leave to just hop on.
How do you know how long? If you knew right away that, hey, we're not going to get you unloaded till 4:30, you have the rest of the day here, you could jump on the SkyTrain and go do something. But
yeah.
Oh yeah, this is the forest fire area here. See, everything's been burnt. I guess we've been in it for a while now, but
halfway done with this project?
yeah, I think they're scheduled to be finished in December. I don't know if we'll still be doing glue them in December. The structural part is supposed to be done in December, so.
Floor 5 or 10, so yeah.
Okay. Oh boy. What the like, really? Why, there's so much highway, why do you have to cut right in front of me? I've already had to do a hard brake today once. I really don't want to do another one. The nice thing about hard brake is that if the straps weren't tight before, they're tight now. Well, you know what? If I had not had those straps tight, we would have had that load of lumber in the back of the cab.
Yeah.
I am so glad I put a lot of weight into those straps. Like, I don't like the way this load feels and looks, so I put literally my full body weight into those straps. Hung myself up on the bar. And if I hadn't and thrown the extra straps, make it all nice and secure, we would have probably worn the lumber in the back of the sleeper with that hard brake. Still don't know why they slapped on their brakes, but that car's from Manitoba. I guess minivan. Ah, here's Larson Hill. We're gonna have to climb really, really hard and then slower right down and start the top of the hill really slow. Some of you guys have said that you go slow all the way down, but I start the top of the hill slow and then slowly gain speed. So I hit speed limit at the bottom to get all that momentum up the hill on the other side. And then the hill going down into Merritt, I like to start slow on the top and keep slow all the way down, because at the bottom I need to exit, so I have to keep her slow the whole way down. Is that Kieran talking about the things he's all buying on sale on Amazon?
No, it's good ass.
Kieran was really upgraded his streaming, so I'm glad to see that. Oh boy.
Hopefully that doesn't get under a tire.
Hopefully that's just the loose end of the strap
Yeah.
and not an insecure load. Or else you're going to be missing a jet ski by the time you get to your destination.
Depends where route he's going. Might end up in some water. Never been on a jet ski.
I don't know if I have. I don't think I've ever done the snowmobiling or jet skiing thing. No, I don't think so.
Now that Pops has 2 snowmobiles, we should go on another winter vacation.
Winter
over there.
vacation to Michigan.
Yeah. I grew up on snowmobiles, so I have plenty of experience there. We basically went snowmobiling in the winter, in the summer I was fishing and camping.
Yeah, we never did any of that.
Oh,
Never fished, never camped,
and then
never
you met me.
snowmobiled.
Pretty much, right?
Yeah, I've never gone camping until I met you. Ever.
Yeah. I love camping. I like fishing too.
We had a tent trailer, and the tent trailer was just to move from one location to another. Pull over at night, sleep in the tent trailer, and then drive again. There was no camping involved. Then we lived in that tent trailer for months.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Didn't they bring it back? I know which one you're talking about. Didn't they bring it with them?
No, that got left in Manitoba.
Okay, that one. Then there's the other one I was thinking of then.
Alright, let's grab ourselves some gears here. Slow her right down. Fan on. One more gear. Is that enough gears? We need one more. I think we're good here. Seems to be holding it. Down Larson Hill. Across Coldwater River. You can see all the trees are burnt here as well.
And over there, and over there.
Yeah, all around us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually makes it quite dangerous hiking in that burnt forest. Because these trees, if we get a little bit of wind, they're just slowly all falling over. So falling trees is a danger in a burnt out forest. Alright, I think we can gain some speed here. Cold Water Road goes all the way out to Merritt down here. A fun little detour to take to Merritt. I think we did it once.
I think so, yeah. I remember a road around there somewhere. We like to take little off-roads.
Wicked bump here if you don't hit it right. Run on the shoulder.
I wonder how many people do what we do though.
What's that?
You look for the marks on the road.
Oh yeah. If you see a bunch of little black marks or oil drip marks, you know there's a bump there.
Like there's a little one.
The road talks to you if you just read it.
It does.
So you can read the road.
The road whisperer then?
Huh?
Are you the road whisperer?
I'm the road whisperer, yes, exactly.
Sorry, that it seemed like that much of a superpower.
It is a bit of a superpower. People are like, you can see around corners, and I'm like, kinda can. I kind of can. I use tools to see around corners. The GPS is assistant.
But there's other things that...
But you can read the road and how it reacts, or how it looks, and the marks on the road, the black lines. You can read the road. You can read how slow you should go around the corner by how many black lines are going around the corner, how many big rigs locked up their brakes, thinking they went too fast. Broken down, or if he just ran out of hours and he's sleeping there.
And then he put the cones around him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because he had all his curtains up. He was in the bed sleeping.
Yeah, well, if you know it's going to be hours until you get towed, try to keep cool.
Yeah, that's true.
Go get a nap while you wait. So it won't be hours before you get a tow truck up here.
Every time you work so hard to climb uphill, you end up just going right back down. As far as big rigs are concerned, it would be nice if the road was more curvy and less up and down.
It's the same way a train wants to work.
Yes, yeah. Train tracks will go long distances just to avoid a small hill. Especially the very first Canadian Pacific Railroad. And the first railroad across the U.S. The governments paid the railroad builders by the mile. So the longer that you made the track, if you had an excuse to go around the hill, you would go around the hill because you'd make more money.
Yep.
So the original railroad was unnecessarily long to make more money. Because you could go through that hill by blasting and digging a trench through that hill, or you could go around that hill on perfectly flat ground. You would be a lot less work to go around because you don't have to dig the trench, and you get paid a lot more money. So that government contract wasn't thought through all that well either. Now I want to go play a railroad game.
Yep.
I did buy Railroad Tycoon, right?
Yeah, pretty
on
sure.
sale.
Yep.
I should live stream that. I feel like playing it now.
Yeah, you own a couple different railroad games.
I do. I don't play them enough, but I really enjoy playing them.
Yep. Well, even I do, but
I remember high school, I think I played a lot of Railroad Tycoon 2, or maybe just out of high school. Railroad Tycoon 2 was a game I put a lot of hours into.
I have the roller coaster one as well.
Yep. Some old games like that.
Yeah. And I kind of like this kind of, what do you call this kind of games?
Almost sandbox.
Yeah. Sandbox and like survival and crafting type of games. Reading a question today on Reddit. It was like, what's one game you've never finished? And I was like, oh dear, where do I start?
All of them. I never finished any games, like ever.
But I wasn't alone. There was a couple on there. I was like, oh, you haven't finished that game either. I'm okay. I even started streaming Beat Rising. So I'm like, I'm gonna finish this game, and then I got distracted. I still haven't finished one game.
Yeah, I don't play games to finish them. I could argue I finished Farming Sim, but what is considered finished? You have to own the whole map to be finished? I've never owned the whole map.
Have you unlocked all the achievements?
No. I play multiplayer, I don't get achievements.
No? So then I think maybe that would be part of it.
Gotta be careful on one of these hills. He's actually broken down. It's one of these hills you come up and over and it's like, oh, I gotta grab a couple of gears.
I wonder what they're doing on the other side of the road with the cones.
Yeah, there's definitely cones there. Done with the Coquihalla. Highway 5 continues up to Kamloops and then from Kamloops all the way down Highway 16. So Highway 5 continues. But the section that everybody can agree on is called the Coquihalla between Hope and Merritt ends up here. somebody working in there. Enough cones are knocked down. The cones have been there for a while.
I take it your buses are exempt from speed limiters.
There's a bus past them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think buses are exempt, are they?
I would have to reread what those signs are saying. They way over so much, I think, that buses.
Buses might not.
I don't know. I would have to look at that.
You would think carrying passengers, you should limit the speed of those. I, for one, don't like the speed limit laws. Even though I have a speed limiter in my truck and always have, I don't mind running with a speed limiter. But now every truck has got the same maximum speed. It makes passing sometimes incredibly hard. Whatever they're doing. Oh, washing. Just washing the center median. Basically spraying water on it and then have a big brush behind it and it picks up all the dirt, grime, and all the sand from the winter sanding. Picks it all off the highway. Makes it safer for motorcyclists.
That's what I was just
Really the
thinking.
big key why they do it is
No.
making the road safe for motorcyclists. And for cars too. The less gravel there's on the road, the better, right? But us motorcyclists sure like it when they've washed the road. I guess it'll be 2 long videos in a row. I expected these to be 2 short videos, but we're so heavy that the Coquihalla has taken a while to get done.
It's a day in the life of a trucker.
Yeah, except that often I do 13 hours of this driving. A 14-hour shift. Add in the unloading and loading time. 14 hours of work maximum a day. So basically like a double shift every day.
That's why, like, this weekend, longer weekend, we're like, yep, we're cool with that.
Yeah. Boss is like, I don't have a backup truck for you, so are you okay with taking a few days off? I'm like, yep, yes, definitely yes. Give me the time off. It's summer and there's more things that I can ever do at home. I'll never get all the things I want to do at home done, even on a long weekend. It does make it harder to get videos out to you guys, but
Yeah.
there are lots of things to get done.
So we budget well enough if we don't go spend it.
Yeah.
That a few days off of work, we budget well enough.
We're fine with a few days off. We don't live paycheck to paycheck.
No. Our budget is actually done for like end of next year maybe.
Yeah.
And we budget for the highest utility bills and the lowest paycheck.
Then any extra money we have goes into savings. And most of the time we pretend it's not there, but every now and then when we go to Barkerville and spend more than I wanted to spend, we have to pull money back out of savings.
Yeah. So the highest utility, if you don't spend it all, it's savings. If you get more than we budget for paycheck, less savings.
Yeah.
That's kind of my advice if you want to save money. start doing things like that.
Budget for the highest bills and for the lowest payday.
And then be strict about where the extra money goes. So the way we do it in Excel, you can see it all in advance and know when you need to save.
We could go, oh, December this year, we're going a little into the red there. We're going to have to be careful. Let's make sure that no red shows up for the, basically the budget. There is no red till the end of 2025. There's no red. Anytime you see red showing up, you make changes today to make sure red doesn't show up in a year from now.
I want to say we spend like, maybe an hour every other weekend on it?
Yeah.
Half hour?
Every 2 weeks we spend half an hour to an hour maintaining the budget, going through all our receipts that everything we've bought, paying off credit cards. Pay off our credit card every 2 weeks. Credit card doesn't get a dime of interest from us.
We use the credit card like the money's already spent.
We will not use the credit card unless we have the money to pay it off.
Yeah.
If we don't have the money to pay off the credit card today, we do not use money on the credit card.
It's just a budget system that really works well for us.
Yeah, never, ever have to stress about money.
No.
Because I'm stressing about the money from this December and a year from now. Year and a half from now, that's the money I'm just stressing out about.
And that's why we do vacations.
Don't go on a vacation unless it's paid off already.
Yeah, but we in budget vacations roughly go, okay, but this many weeks.
This is how much it's going to cost on hotels. This is how much it's going to cost on fuel. This is how much meals are going to cost. And this is how much extra money we're going to have for buying tourist trappy stuff. I mean, every now and then we break those rules, like Barkerville, we broke those rules. But
Yeah.
Welcome to Merritt.
And then when we paid off our quad, I think, and our truck, those payments went to savings. We still acted like we were paying off
We
the
still
quad.
pretend we still have those payments, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we need to grab some gears here. At least 2 more. And fan on. Need 1 more gear. Because we have to pretty much stop at the bottom of the hill. Thought they're going to run each other off the road behind us. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. A full Coquihalla run in 2 days. We now have to climb another really hard climb up to the connector and then down into Kelowna. What?
It's almost lunchtime, or it is lunchtime.
I am starving.
Don't starve.
I was thinking there's that rest area up on the connector to pull in there. Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Good plan.
Okay.
Glad we talked about it.
As always, super appreciate all your support. If you guys want to see us keep doing these videos, make sure you hit that join button. Help us out, pay off some of these debts, because speaking of budgeting, this channel is very much in the red.
Well, you stop throwing cameras to the asphalt gods and we would be okay.
Hey, thanks to me giving cameras away, losing them on the highway, we have much better video.
I do, but at that cost.
At what cost, yeah. So the channel is very much in the red. We're going to buy a fourth cam to have a hot potato camera in here that can look out left and right windows. We'll have the mount set up ahead of time and then get to see some more unique views.
I somehow want to make it look like a hot potato now.
You want to make it a hot potato? Basically a camera that can move around in the cab, that when Jess is with, she can be moving it around, putting it to different mounts, or I can have it as a head mount, although that one, the head mount I haven't figured out quite yet, because I did a bonus video 2 weeks ago that it was just the head mount was terrible. And the clutch seems to have made it so far, so I know Jess says don't jinx it, but we are indeed out of here. Thank you guys again. You guys absolutely rock.
Adios.